This Fat Tuesday, you might plan on indulging in something that's not so good for you.
Yeah, but what about those bad money habits that you've been hanging on to for years? Now is the time to kick those to the curb. Elijah Kovar from Great Waters Financial is here with insight on how to overcome the most common and deadly bad money habits. We all have them, Elijah.
We all do, and we've all made our share of bad choices, but it's about forming new habits to take place of those. So we've got 3 of them we're going to talk about today. The biggest thing that people miss is they fail to set goals.
Is that they're not specific about it? I think everyone's money goal is to have more.
Yeah, right.
Right?
I'm going to be debt free. I'm going to have more savings. Well, if you don't write it down and think about what it actually takes to get there, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
From setting a budget to paying off debt, we need to make sure we're writing these things down. If you're not having those conversations, not writing down those goals, it may be that you're not paying very close attention to your finances.
And can I add that if you are in a marriage or about to be married, it's good to sit down with the other person and make sure you have the same goals.
Together,
We did that this
absolutely.
weekend.
Yes.
That was fun.
Oh, that sounds like a blast.
You know, it's
Needs to be done.
It's important.
It's not fun to go and start, but once you're done, you're happy you did it.
Yeah,
You know, my wife
exactly.
and I, we even sit down with a financial coach for our personal just spending. Every couple months, we get together with him. It makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
But planning to max out that 401k, what's my goal for an emergency fund? Maybe it's saving for a down payment on a house.
Sure.
It's amazing how much more money you have when you actually have a goal behind it.
Your second big mistake is that people avoid planning for their future?
Certainly. Well, retirement.
Retirement.
It seems so far away, though.
It seems so far away, but here's the reality. People are living longer than ever with medical advances and just health the way it is. People are spending a third of their life in retirement.
Yeah,
in
it's
20,
crazy to
30
think
years.
about. That shifts everything when you think about your financial planning.
It sure does. That's a long time to plan for. So having a plan that plans for the what ifs. What if one spouse passes before the other?
Sure.
What if one of us goes into the nursing home? We have to
Right.
pay for that.
Reality.
Do we
Very
have the money?
expensive.
Do we have insurance for that? Or are we going to self-insure? Making sure you have a comprehensive plan, and don't forget about planning now for future taxes.
It's all easy to talk about, but it's hard to do. I guess it would take some discipline, right?
It does. It takes discipline, and you need to make sure that you've got accountability. So many times we set these goals, I'm going to spend less, or I'm going to have this much more in saving, but we don't have anybody to check in with. We haven't written it down. We're not revisiting our goals on a monthly basis. We've got to have that accountability with it. So count the cost before you set the goals and check in on a monthly basis. Typically, habits don't change without accountability.
Sounds good. Elijah Kovar, Great Waters Financial, thanks for coming in. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
We have a lot more still to come at 6:30 this morning.